Do you ever stand in the dairy section looking at all the yogurt? You see regular yogurt, Greek yogurt, and maybe you make dahi or curd at home. They look kind of similar, right? Milk products, good for you. But what's the real difference? Is one actually better than the others? It can get confusing, especially with words like Greek yogurt, sounding maybe a bit fancy. I get asked this a lot. Should I eat Greek yogurt instead of my usual dahi? Today, we are going to clear that up. We'll look at plain regular yogurt, dahi or curd, and Greek yogurt. We'll see how they are made, what's inside them, and help you figure out which one might be the best choice for you. Let's keep it simple. Okay, first up, regular yogurt. This is probably the yogurt most people know. How do they make it? Well, people take milk, heat it, and then cool it down a bit. Then they add some special tiny living things, good ones, often two types, called Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. Think of them as tiny helpers. These helpers eat the sugar in the milk, that's called lactose, and turn the milk into yogurt. This process makes the yogurt a little bit sour or tangy. What's it like? Regular yogurt is usually smooth and creamy, not too thick, not too thin. Their taste is gently tangy. What's inside? Regular yogurt is good all around food. It gives you some protein which helps build your body. It gives you calcium, great for stronger bones. And it has those good tiny living things sometimes called probiotics, which can be good for your tummy. A standard serving, maybe a medium bowl about 170 grams or 6 ounces, might have around 10 to 13 grams of protein, some natural sugar from the milk, and a good amount of calcium. Of course, this changes a bit between brands or if it's low fat or whole milk. Plain is usually best as flavored ones often have lots of extra sugar added. So that's regular yogurt. Simple, smooth, balanced. Now let's talk about dahi, which many people in India call curd. This is the traditional yogurt many of us grew up eating, often made right at home. How is it made? It's quite similar to regular yogurt, but the way we start it is different. Usually, you warm up milk, let it cool down to just the right warm feeling, and then add a small spoonful of yesterday's dahi. That little bit of old dahi has the tiny living helpers needed to turn the fresh milk into new dahi. Because it often uses a starter from the last batch, or sometimes just relies on the good tiny things naturally around. The exact types of helpers in dahi can be different from place to place or home to home. It's less controlled than the store-bought yogurt, which uses specific helpers. What's it like? Dahi can change quite a bit. Sometimes it's soft and a little loose. Sometimes it's thick and creamy. It depends on the milk used. Like full-fat buffalo milk makes thick dahi. And how long you let it set? The taste is usually mild, but it can get tangier if it sits longer. What's inside? When it's homemade, dahi is great because you know exactly what's in it. Just milk and the starter. No extra thing added to make it last longer. It's full of those good tiny living things, probiotics, which can be great for your digestion. If made with whole milk, it has healthy fats too. Nutritionally, plain homemade dahi is quite similar to plain yogurt in terms of protein and calcium. It's a fantastic, fresh, traditional food. Alright, now for the one that often sounds fancy, Greek yogurt. What makes it different? The secret is one extra step. Greek yogurt starts as regular yogurt, but then they strain it. Imagine putting regular yogurt in a fine cloth and letting the watery part drip out. That watery part is called whey. When you remove a lot of the whey, the yogurt that's left behind gets much thicker and denser. What's it like? Because it's strained. Greek yogurt is very thick and super creamy. Think much thicker than regular yogurt. It also usually tastes tangier, a bit more sour. What's inside? This straining step changes what's inside quite a bit. First, protein. Because you remove water, the protein gets concentrated. Greek yogurt has a lot more protein than regular yogurt or dahi. often it has nearly double the protein, sometimes even more. A medium bowl, 170 gram, might have around 18 to 24 grams of protein. That's a big difference. Second, sugar and carbs. A lot of the milk's natural sugar, lactose, is in the watery whey. When the whey is removed, a lot of that sugar goes with it. So, Greek yogurt has much less sugar and fewer carbohydrates than regular yogurt or dahi. Third, lactose. Because there is less lactose, means milk sugar, some people who have a little trouble digesting milk find Greek yogurt easier on their stomach. Fourth, calcium. Now here's the small downside. Some of the calcium is also in the whey. So when you strain it, you lose some calcium. Greek yogurt often has a bit less calcium than regular yogurt or dahi. And guess what? You can make a version of this at home. If you take your homemade dahi and strain it through a clean cloth like a muslin cloth, you get what many people call hung curd. That's basically homemade Greek style yogurt. Okay, let's put them side by side quickly. Texture. Regular is smooth. Dahi varies smooth to thick. Greek is very thick. Taste. Regular is mildly tangy. Dahi is mild, can get tangy. Greek is tangier. Protein. Greek yogurt has the most, that means much more. Regular and dahi are similar, that means good amount. Sugar or carbs. Greek yogurt has the least. Regular and dahi have more, that means natural milk sugar. Lactose, that means milk sugar. Greek has less. Regular and dahi have more. Calcium. Regular and dahi usually have more. Greek usually has a bit less. Good bugs, that means probiotics. All three have them. Homemade dahi might have different types depending on your starter. Store-bought often uses specific types. Now, sometimes we hear about foods from other places like Greek yogurt or maybe things like blueberries or avocados, and we start to think they must be better than our local foods just because they are new or sound fancy. Companies that sell these foods often spend a lot of money on marketing to make their products seem extra special. They might highlight one good thing like the high protein in Greek yogurt and make it sound like the ultimate health food. It's good to know about marketing. Does it mean Greek yogurt is bad? Not at all. It is very high in protein and low in sugar. But does it mean our simple homemade dahi is suddenly not good enough? Absolutely not. Our traditional foods like dahi made fresh at home are wonderful. They're natural, fresh and packed with goodness, which we are used to. We don't need to feel that something is better just because it comes from far away or has a fancy name. It's about understanding what each food offers. Something else to think about is the price. Generally, Greek yogurt costs quite a bit more than regular yogurt or dahi for the same amount. Because of the extra step of straining, you need more milk to make the same amount of Greek yogurt, and the process takes more effort. I looked at some prices here in India. For the same amount of money, I could buy a big tub of regular dahi like 400 grams, but only a small cup of Greek yogurt, maybe 120 grams. That means gram for gram, the Greek yogurt was about 3 times more expensive. So you get more protein, yes, but you pay more for it. If getting lots of protein is super important for you, maybe for building muscle, and you have the money, Greek yogurt could be a good choice. But if you are looking for good nutrition without spending a lot, the regular dahi or yogurt gives you a great value. We touched on this, but let's be clear. Making dahi at home is fantastic. You control the milk, it's fresh, and there are no added ingredients like thickeners or preservatives. That means things added to make it last longer. It's pure and simple. Store-bought yogurt, whether regular or Greek, is convenient. You just pick it up, but it's important to read the label, especially for flavored yogurts. They can have a lot of added sugar, which isn't so healthy. Even plain store-bought yogurt might sometimes have thickeners added. Plain Greek yogurt is usually just milk and cultures, but it's good to check. Remember, you can make Greek-style yogurt, that means hung curd, at home by straining your regular dahi. It takes a little time, but it's cheaper than buying Greek yogurt. Okay, we have covered a lot. Regular yogurt, dahi, Greek yogurt. What's the final answer? Which one wins? The truth is, there is no single best one for everyone. The best choice depends on you. Think about what you need. Need lots of protein, trying to keep sugar low, maybe recovering after exercise. Greek yogurt is a strong choice because of its high protein and low sugar. Also good if milk sugar, that is lactose, bothers you a bit. Want the benefits of fresh homemade food with lots of good bugs for your tummy and love that traditional taste? Homemade dahi, that means curd, is excellent. You know exactly what's in it. Looking for a good balance of protein, calcium and good bugs that's easy to find and usually costs less? Regular plain yogurt is a great option. What do you like? Do you prefer a super thick texture or something smoother? Do you like a mild taste or a tangier one? Choose the one you enjoy eating. What's your budget? Greek yogurt usually costs more. Regular yogurt and making dahi at home are usually much cheaper. Don't feel pressured by fancy marketing. All three, regular yogurt, dahi and Greek yogurt, are good foods, especially the plain, unsweetened kinds. Choose the one that fits your health goals, your taste buds, and your wallet. Maybe you like dahi with your lunch and sometimes have Greek yogurt as a high protein snack. That's perfectly fine too. So, I hope this helped clear up the differences between these popular yogurts. Now you know what makes each one special. What's your favorite way to eat yogurt or dahi? Let me know down in the comments. I love reading your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Thanks so much for watching today. Eat well, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.